Hello everybody, welcome to tonight's stream of various Lovecraftian games. Today we are going to be focusing on Stygian Reign of the Old Ones, because I need to find a way through that, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Bits of housekeeping first and foremost. The music is Nothing to Forgive by Falcon Shield. It is played with permission, go check them out. And as always, I can't promise if this will be a short stream or a long one, as I do spontaneously pass out sometimes. Please see the disclaimer. But let's get to business, shall we? Alright, so let's have a look. Stygian. Right, so last time I was playing, which was just last night, we found our way over to this place and discovered that I couldn't progress further. I lacked... I know the information, like I know the answer to the question, because I've learned it in-game, but for some reason my character doesn't know the answer to the question, so clearly there's some sort of trigger, or I've got the wrong answer. I'm pretty sure the correct answer is Kingsport. I haven't learned it in-game somehow, despite learning that in-game. And I need to kind of backtrack and try and figure out, right, what is all the information? Have I missed talking to someone? Was there something that I should have done that I haven't done? Yeah. So today is going to be doing a whole lot of backtracking, because clearly I've missed something. That, or I've hit a version of the game that can't actually be finished. Maybe, like, because one of the things I've got it, there's a drinking contest. I couldn't find any way around doing the drinking contest, and I can't survive the drinking contest is the problem. We tried it, I failed it, and it's expensive to try again. So I could bankrupt myself before I ever get that far. So there are 3 people I need to talk to. I can't remember where they all are. There was an Indian gentleman. I don't think it's any of these people. And news of when? No, sorry, nothing, I'm afraid. Let's talk to everybody again. I'm trying to stop the stabber. So this is all information I've got before. Like, he'll give us the 3 names of those 3 people. 2 of them are already dead. The 3rd one is also already dead. We met him, and that's how I got the word Kingsport. Their names, Keelan, such and such, yep. Some don't have them. So, can't talk to any of them. We are just going to go through these rooms again, because I know that there's someone. There was someone in this building who I needed to talk to, who I did talk to, and I don't know, I guess I didn't resolve their issues. This guy? No, that is a corpse. Check out that. Box is locked. What's the box I thought I had? Oh. I got rid of my key. I'm certain I've opened that before. I'm actually surprised it's locked again. Maybe it's default locked if you don't have the key, and I think I must have sold the key on, so despite the fact that I've already looted it, apparently I locked it behind me. Let's look at it. So, we've been in this room before. Some sort of, obviously a full circle in the room, but we never found out anything more about it. My chief concern is that I don't have the appropriate stats. Because obviously, like, if I want to win a drinking contest, that's a survival thing. Door. Did a few questions answered. Okay, I haven't spoken to this person before, apparently. Okay, what do you want to talk about? About the Arkham Stabber. What does this have to do with me? You listen to me. There is a ruthless killer in this town, yes? And he is worse than that. He is the king of all of Arkham's murders. You know who I'm speaking of, that black-hearted, wax-faced son of a... Now go ahead and point the finger on me. I don't care who hears me say it. He's a son of a... I won't do anything. I am not with the mob at all. Then please leave, madam. Considering the things I'm planning to do, even talking to me might cost you your neck. I'm willing to take that chance. Open the door, please. First, prove to me that you're not with the mob. Well, I'm obviously more intelligent than any of those buffoons. We are going for that. Apparently that worked. I guess the mob is not very intelligent. Which, it feels a bit weird. Deck of marked cards. Well, that sounds like it would be useful. That is just something to look at, apparently. Alright, let's talk to this guy. See a devastated looking man in a wrinkled stage costume. This must be the magnificent Horatio, or what is left of him. You're really not going to kill me, right? Not unless you try to kill me first. For a fragment of a second, you think you see a disappointment flicker in his reddish eyes. Alright, ask your oh so important question. What do you know about the Arkham Stabber? Do you hear about the great sweatface? Heard you have a sword or swords? Let's start with what do you know? I've heard that some folks were being stabbed. I barely left this gloomy chamber for a long time. We spent months, even the time is damned in this place. Dusk was always the most melancholic time of day for me. Now I am trapped forever in this moment of eternal dusk. All alone with my memories of her. On a bright day, some memories can warm your heart. On days like this, they pierce you like ice, reminding you of what has been lost forever. I'm sorry, I know the feeling. Everyone in town has lost something. I don't want to sound rude, but shall we continue? Let's be at least sympathetic. Nope, doesn't hear a darn thing. Did you hear about the young man who was killed on the street? Did you hear about the lovely young lady who was killed at the hands of that tyrant? Look, madam, we each have our own wounds in this wretched town. What lady? She was my assistant. Not just my assistant. Violet was everything I had. She was... I don't suppose you came here to ask about Violet. Forget about your questions and leave me be. So you know absolutely nothing about the victim? Can't say that I like your tone. You better leave if you're done with your questioning. Alright, what's your grudge against Blackface? He took what is dearest from me. I plan to do exactly the same. Hey, he's the Punisher, but Magic Man. And if I can't find something that monster holds dear, which would be of no surprise to me at all, then I will take the wretched life from his fat carcass. I heard you have a sword, or swords. Yeah, they're literally right behind us. See, they're right there, right there. So what? Do you think my stage swords are like the meat cleavers the mob used to behead people? I'm a magician. I mean, I used to be one of the best. Haven't you heard? The magnificent Horatio has come to town. I think I saw one of your flyers. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Look at my significance now. Magnificence now, not the significance. Well done, me. I can read. An illusionist, to be more precise. I'm no hedge wizard like those mad sheiks of the cult. I don't have any control of the poor folks' minds or anything like that. But if you learn the art of manipulating the audience's perceptions combined with special optical effects, you can put on a real spectacle. Something that people will remember their entire lives. For the first time, you catch a glimpse of life in this painful man. A pure moment of sharing the same space with the impossible, the unexplainable. That's magic. But when Violet died, the magic in me died with her. You mentioned the sheiks of the cult. Look, I use the principles of nature in my craft. I'm no scientist, but I'm well read. Optics, physics, engineering, every spectacle is grounded in delicate calculation. Those mad priests are a different breed. They're almost like they suck the faith out of their worshippers and turn it into a disease. A sickness that can affect reality. This simply means that they use certain principles we're not aware of. Yeah, we're going with that one. Yay! I gained more sanity. I wish you the best of luck with that, but leave me out of it. Reason has left this town, my friend, whether we accept it or not. I see. And another thing is goodbye. Alright, well look, that was interesting discourse to have, but I didn't really learn anything useful for the current case, especially because, like, we knew already that he wasn't actually a suspect, because we already have the answer of who did it. We've watched them do it. So, I mean, I guess I was supposed to do, you know, have that interrogation first. I'm surprised I didn't. I'm not sure how I missed that room. Let's have a look. About the recent events. Okay. Why do you cover your face with rags? Are you a leper? Even the sick have some idea of what is false within them. Although I've come to accept the painful truth of being a monster, I yet have no clue as to the nature of my extraordinary condition. You want to aware that thing like this? I prefer a man in the shape of a monster than a monster in the shape of a man. Yeah. Let's go with turn. As do I, stranger. As do I. I guess that is everything. Okay. $1. What a got that from. That's a shame. Book of Law. That is thing to rest. Look at notes. Victims, Salvador, Emil, Hawkins leads. So this is, in theory, what should have directed us to Horatio. I mean, I spoke to the guy in order to get this information. We've got who are our witnesses? Okay. So Donna the Bugle, I have spoken to her, and I don't think I'm going to be allowed to speak to her again. Yes, that's the Indian I was talking about. I don't know where he is. I will have to figure out where he is. I don't know. I just spoke to Horatio. Man's poem. Soul of the scavenger of the sea shall be found alive on the lead. The last piece of the poisonous starfarer shall be heard from moth of the flesh. The drop of swarming chaos shall be stolen under the ruins. Once it falls from wisdom, and books shall be read which should not be read. Only then you may wish to call me by the timeless stones on the name Zile. Only then you may wish to walk by me between the endless realm of being life. Keep doing that. So, that. Thought I used this up. Maybe I can. Maybe so long as I've got one, I can keep using it again and again. That would be. Either that, or I bought another one and I don't remember buying another one, which is entirely possible. All right. Before we go to that door, because that is the door, you have something to say. Good to know. What have you got to say? This room is much cleaner, better repaired. Yeah, I know. May I read the manuscript we found? My knowledge may help to illuminate its mystery. Takes it, read it carefully. Alright, let's go through this one by one. What can be the scavenger of the seas? Perhaps a sea monster of some kind? I've read about all kinds of sea beasts in my dusty tomes, gargantuan devils that can sink galleons with their feelers, hunters of the dark waters with razor-sharp teeth. What was meant in the line about the bodiless starfarer? Bodiless starfarer. I know there are celestial beings of great power journeying across the eternal blackness. Could it be one of them? What do you think the drop of swarming chaos symbolizes? The reference is too vague to make a reasonable guess, stranger. I have a name, you can call me by name. And a book that should not be read? Why seek a book that should not be read? Such knowledge is often followed by damnation. Where do you think we'll find it? The fiction resonates as a tome of dark arts to me. A native who is knowledgeable either in such artifacts or the occult itself can perhaps enlighten you further. Okay, so that sounds like our Jewish antiquarian friend. Understood, let's go. Now I know I've checked this place out, but we're just essentially covering all bases here. That is locked. I think that was locked last time, and I've got no way to pry it open. I have no subterfuge. Okay, now let's talk to this guy. Or engage in combat with this guy. That works too. You can use some environment objects in combat by clicking on them. Oh, that's good to know. attack. And now shoot him for a rear attack. Rear attack did nothing. Ow! Ow! Boom! Nope, not dead. Punch him! Yeah, rear attack. Punch him again! Two punches good though. Wasn't great, but it's a rear attack. No bonus for rear attack? Great. She has no ability to attack anything. So she is gonna go hide in a corner. Aha-how! Ooh. He has taken out half my health. Bang! Defend. Stabby stabby. Well, bump bump. I guess rear attack just ups your chances. It doesn't actually up the damage or anything. How? Okay, that is really not good. That's gotta be 1 hit point. Oh. Honestly, that felt like luck. I reckon it was like, oh no, there's more dudes. Take his stuff. And I'm dead. So yeah, this is why I don't like going into that room. Where is... Okay, good. There is a save that is really close by. So yeah, that is definitely not a progress point for me. I will not survive that fight. There is, like, I was lucky to survive fighting him. The two guys who came in afterwards, yeah, I don't have a chance. Can't go up any further. That's those rooms. Go all the way down, but I just want to... Anything else? I don't know where the Indian is, and I don't really want to have to come back here if I don't have to. Is that? Okay. I don't know why that's very important. Oh, okay. New dialogue option. The window directly overlooks the stage and saw nothing. I was sleeping. Cratio, this is serious, more people die. I didn't see anything. I was. You're a terrible liar. Alright, I saw it. I saw how they ripped that young man to pieces. They swarm of shadow with black stingers that feed on the flesh of men. Why'd you hide this information? Because they were strong and merciless. They knew how to kill. They're as ruthless as that monster, Waxface. Wait, there's more. You want to know everything? But the shadows were done with that man. I stormed down the stairs to catch them. Really? Like, you're terrified of them now, but you stormed down after them at the time? I don't believe this part. I shouted after them, but they never even turned to look at me, and I swear they flew away through the air. You went after them only because I wanted them to feel like, oh, that makes sense. I would give them anything to make him suffer, like I did. My life, my soul, anything. Horatio, calm down. I know it seems unbearable, but this is simply a natural reaction when coping with grief. Grief doesn't usually involve I specifically want to murder that man. It can. It absolutely can. I am absolutely not dismissing that. But I wouldn't call it normal. Anything to see where the shadows went? I already know where they went. You asked me for the truth, I told it. Cancel my retribution, so nothing is fair. You know what I'm planning to do, and you're going to help me. That is if you want to know where the House of Shadows is. Do you really think you can succeed at that? Of course not. You think I trust a stranger with something that important? Well, I need an unguarded entrance to the Black Club. The rest I'll take care of myself. Okay. First time we did your assistant. You're the persistent type, aren't you? I used to be the same before all. Violet, she never wants that show, not one bit. A private show for the unseen Imperator himself. Who would want that? But I told her it would be good for us. He was the only authority in the chaos after all. I thought if he liked the show, he would protect us. Foolish, wasn't it? Yeah, just a bit, but hey, everyone is scared. You acted to secure yourself in Violet. No, I acted like a moron. I persuaded her. So we found ourselves there in the end, straight into the casino lounge. Spent hours preparing the stage. I wanted the show to be perfect. I wanted to make an impression. When we were finally ready and nervous as hell, he came, surrounded by his made men, who were like flies buzzing around rotten meat. We weren't allowed to look at him directly, but I could see his huge silhouette out of the corner of my eye. We started the performance and the first few tricks went well. I couldn't see the man's face and the made men seemed uninterested, but I can tell when there's a spark in the eyes of the audience. Then the time came for the blade box act. You've heard the trick, right? The lady gets inside a prop coffin and the magician stabs it through with swords. Then the lady comes out just fine, and you never know how, in reality, the entry points of the swords are all precisely calculated. I see. They better be. You can't get a new assistant after every show. We were in the middle of the act, and Violet was inside the box. When I was about to insert the third sword, I noted something moving from the corner of my eye. Black's face had actually stood up and it was moving towards me. I could hear his heavy footsteps without even turning my head. I was trembling when he finally asked if he could give it a try. Before I knew what was happening, his brutes grabbed the swords from my hands and grappled me. They forced me to keep my head down. He started stabbing the box, shattering the wood savagely. Then I heard Violet scream. Blood was seeping out of the box. That box became her real coffin. When he was done, I heard that accursed voice again, calling me a fraud, ordering his men to throw me out. I don't know, care, or remember what happened since then. Just because I said my piece doesn't mean you should feel sorry for me. If you want to help me, I already told you how to do it. I'll be fine. Well, you know what, we're gonna, Family Slave's gonna help him. Good, the Monster Slave's called the Black Club. It stands in French Hell. Just find a way in and return to me. Okay. Well, that's good. That was actually unexpected. That was cool. There's got to be something about this room too, right? Like, how are you faring? Why you ask? Okay, the same security, isn't it a natural question to ask? Forgive me, I'm not accustomed to the notion of sense sharing. I am fine. Good to hear. See, this is my occult guy, so do I have, like, I don't have a way to tell him specifically to do the thing. Grimoire. Try to use this before. I must put some help. Like, probably acid? out we go. So we need to find the Indian, wherever he is, and we need to find that club, which I believe I know where the club is. Oh wait, I should buy camping materials. Simply because I know Kingsport is a plot point, I'm just gonna buy it and see if that gives me anything. That one. Read it. Alright, the High House in the Mist, nestled atop a lofty crag north of Kingsport, is a quaint cottage with a grey peaked roof floating above the feathery morning mist, which rises up from the ocean as if it was a boat lost in a mystical and primeval improbability. According to the blatherings of a hoary former sea captain, whose name is whispered amongst the richest locals as the terrible old man, that cloud-kissed hut had already been erected before the settlers struck their camps at the base of its cliffs. The old man speaks woefully of those who dare to scale its dizzying peaks and return estranged from their once thought conditions. Honestly, if you are familiar with the story of the terrible old man, you're already half familiar with this story, but there's, of course, I'm just going to read it out. The stories tell of a nameless hermit who keeps the archaic abode spinning mysterious elder tales for his visitors, who can no longer remember them after they depart his presence. It is the much-dreaded visit of Nodens, the lord of the great abyss, and his sea folk of Tritons and Nereids. That's the cause of an irretrievable change in them. As can be expected, with implausible tales are abundant with senile drunken sailors. Such plausible tales are abundant with senile drunken sailors. The old man last hears the mentions of the aquatic deity when he is visited by an ordinary family man by the name of Thomas Olney, who made the ill resolve of visiting that skyward cottage, subsequently leaving his soul amidst the preternatural mists. Mention of Nodens is unsurprising since he is a member of the Celtic pantheon, whose gods were worshipped by the ancestors of the original settlers. Okay, that... Just gonna throw this out there, and I am a historian, but this is like the foundation of America. It's kind of outside my wheelhouse, but I don't believe the Celtic pantheon was worshipped by any original settlers of America. I mean, given that half of the stuff about the Celtic pantheon we know are stuff we've only learned in the last 200-300 years, so after the founding of America, I kind of want to research that. I don't imagine I'll find out anything about, oh look, early settlers worshipped the Celtic pantheon. I don't think I'll find that. But I just try to remember, because when we got a lot of our knowledge, like how much of our knowledge goes back, 400, 800 years to the foundation of various universities, which some of it certainly does, and how much is very new, I suppose. Sorry, this is a tangent right now, know. I'll have to. I might research that in my own time, just for fun and games. Just a little bit of historiography there. Anyway, as for why the fear of the hut still persists among the townsfolk, one can attribute it to a superstitious belief that the worship of the capricious sea spirits might, in time, replace the authority of the Baptist Church. Kingsporters know that every visitor to that weird, eerie place bear their soul to the other gods. Once plagued, all that remains is an amorphous shade like the soul of Thomas Olney, which vanished beyond the impenetrable whiteness of the morning mists. Okay, so I guess we have an origin point for, achievement unlocked, yay! So that was actually worth doing. Let's see what else we've got though. I don't want any guns, I don't care about clothes. It's a gas mask. I feel like that would be so. I don't want to buy it though, because I'm at 94 cigarettes, and cigarettes have been a bit slow to come by, so I don't want to just buy anything. I only want to buy stuff if I really think it's going to be relevant, which, like, if I was counting my cigarettes earlier, I would not have bought that book, even if it was, because it was only 20 bucks on it. Like, I would not have bought that book, because it just doesn't seem to be worth it. What is this? Miscellaneous? Okay. Oh no, this is like the ingredients, I think. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not handling supplies. It's going to make resting difficult. Check out quote-unquote honest bills, which contains neither honesty nor bills. Well, there's that bill. Okay. I thought it would give me description, like flavor text, because we hadn't seen that one last time, but no, apparently I unsolved the mystery that I wasn't aware of. One pays good money for bullets. Good to know. I'm not giving you any bullets. The American Standard Edition of the Bible. And a blank notebook. Okay, so none of those. Those are ingredients. I'm not going to buy any food, but good to know that there's something. Oh wait, did I just blindly skip over? I did. I can't afford 4 of them. Okay, at least I now have the ability to rest if I start getting exhausted and various penalties, which I think I might have already. Yeah, I've already got some mild exhaustion penalties. I'm gonna... It's just me, has it though? Surprised the others don't. I'm gonna hold on to it for now though. Like, not gonna use it until I have to, like greater penalties when there's actually something going on. Just that thing, get more cigarettes. I guess I can talk to that Wilkins. Yeah, I know, he's not going to get there. Oh, okay, he wants to actually talk to me. But, that guy's giving me nothing. Alright, let's talk to this person. You see a tipsy, talkative looking blonde man leaning against the bar. His reddish eyes roam the room as if he's looking for someone. Sorry to bother you, madam, but may I ask you a question? Sure. See, you've just arrived at Marino's fine establishment. I was curious whether you happened to see a rustic-looking fellow hanging around outside. No, you didn't? must have been imagining his primitive gaze upon my back. Let me introduce... Oh, that was something. What was that? Let me introduce myself. I am Stanley Fredkin. I used to be a lecturer in the literature department at Miskatonic for committing wholly to my true intellectual passion, the study of folklore. Hey, I've got you a book. Don't tell me I paid money for a book that I could have just gotten information from him for free. See? This is why you don't spend six unless you have to. But we can talk more about me later. In the meantime, may I buy you a drink, madam? I feel like you're flirting with me. I feel like that's what you're trying to do. But you might give me useful information, so sure. Some whiskey for this fine lady here, and not the usual rotgut you serve. Real whiskey, if you please. Here you go, madam. Hey, actual whiskey. Now, what were we talking about? You mentioned Miskatonic, so you study folktales. Let's start with so you study folktales. New England folklore, to be specific. I'm sure you've heard of my book, Kingsport Folktales. Yep, told you. It's very well received in academic circles and among more common readers too. You must have at least heard about it, right? Yeah, actually I did. I just bought it and read it. You did? Then you are aware of its significance as a pinnacle in cultural studies, not only for New England, throughout the whole country. Or what's left of it. Now, what were we talking about? Is there anything you're not good at? No, let's start with the rustic man. I'm afraid he is the one who's looking for me. I've had some minor problems with my current employer. Nothing I can't resolve, of course, but I suspect he may have sent that illiterate to find me. Who's this employer? He is a foreign investor who is interested in my advice. By foreign, do you mean extra planner? I see. Another thing, you mentioned Miskatonic? No, I meant the river. Don't people learn about major water bodies in school these days? Heh, forgive me. Sometimes the sarcastic Stanley likes to take hold. Yes, I used to work at Miskatonic University. It is no boast to say I was a mighty fine instructor during my time at the university. A lot of bad lecturers think that. A lot of good ones too, so, you know, go either way on that front. What a sad day it must have been when the students learned I had chosen the path of the wandering folklore. Yeah, you're a bad lecturer. What have you been studying lately? That's just going to take me to the important thing, isn't it? Oh, I see I've aroused your interest. I've been known to have that effect on people, being an intellectual inspiration and all. To get to your question, I've been in Vermont, recording the legends of the Winged Ones of the Hills. A very profound topic indeed. From pinnacle myths to the legends of Governor Wentworth to colonial France, you will find mention of these winged beings from the sky. Whispers of these creatures may be found in the folklore of traditions among layers. There must be a reason for these beliefs to be so widespread, right? So I've heard that argument many times, and it's usually pretty flawed, if we put it that way. So I'm just going to go on a little historical route here for the one or two of you who will actually appreciate it. Not even historical, just mythological and psychological, really. So this comes up as a conversation point in two areas in particular. One is, look, every culture has a flood story, which, no, every culture does not have a flood story. A lot of them do, but not all of them. For example, Australia, we actually have a drought story, or at least the indigenous people, the rest of us who moved in to Australia without treaty and so on and so forth, and all that jazz. We do not have that story, but hey, the point is Australia has a drought story, not so much a flood story. And a lot of the other flood stories, you end up with essentially, there's several different versions, and they are, the only common theme for some of them is that it's a flood story, or, very specifically, it's from the Indo-European language tree. And the Indo-European language tree, there are certain myths that follow that language tree that are sort of recurring and have certain recurring motifs. For example, the story of Noah's Ark has been retold by a lot of different cultures, the oldest being course, in the Epic of Gilgamesh, which is pre-Judaism and all that sort of thing. But you get like a Norse version, you get an Irish version, and it's usually something like, yes, a family hid in a tree, or a family built a boat and rowed it out. But they got some form of forewarning from the gods, or from the god, or something of similar ilk. But, again, those are all the Indo-European languages that share those similarities. You look at other cultures that aren't of the same language tree, and sure, they might have a flood story. Not all of them do, I've said, some don't. But they have completely different protagonists, a completely different story, it's a completely different morale. The flood is not even necessarily world covering, it might just be a local affair, that the sheer existence of a flood, you know, oh look, the Nile River flooded, that counts as a flood story. So, yeah, like, the argument of, you know, the widespread of certain beliefs is very tenuous when you actually look at the details. And the same is with vampires. Vampires is actually a complete reversal of that paradigm. So, with the flood story, you have what I just described of how, yeah, sure, Indo-European languages have retellings of the same story, and other cultures have got other floods that have been, you know, sort of called, oh look, it is a flood story. There are a bunch of cultures that have had creatures go, hey look, that's totally a vampire. And it is not. For example, there are some... I'm afraid I cannot recall the name of it. My brain is telling me like Anastasia or something like that. But I know that there is a creature of that name that is equated to vampires, but I don't know if that's the one I want to be referring to right now. I do apologize. But there are some types of quote-unquote vampires that are, they drink people's souls. There are some that eat meat. You know, there are quite a few that drink blood, and there are some that do none of those, but they have been called vampires because they are undead and immortal, and still have general humanoid form and decaying flesh and things like that. And a little bit of that comes down to changing definitions of vampires over the years, centuries, etc. But for the most part, that's, oh look, colonials have come, you've told us that you have this strange immortal monster, and we've just decided to call it a vampire. What's that? You use a different word for it, and it has completely different connotations and completely different powers. Don't care, it's a vampire, that's your vampire. And so every culture has vampires, of course, because we told them that what they believed was a vampire. And, yeah, like, when people make these arguments of there must be a reason for these beliefs to be so widespread, usually it comes down to one of those two things. Either it's a retelling of the same story from centuries or millennia ago, or you're superimposing, three things. The second one is you're conflating two things that aren't actually the same, or the third one, which is like the second one, is you are superimposing your structure over somebody else's culture. And a lot of the time, like, you actually start sit down and deal with the information, it doesn't resemble the common motif at all. So, when I see somebody like this make a statement like that, I look at them and I go, yeah, you aren't actually very intelligent. You don't actually know what you're talking about. I can see you've done a lot of research, but you do not understand any of it, do you? Like, you've come at it from an angle with a preconceived notion, and you're rewriting what is in front of you because that's what you've decided is how it should be. Blah blah blah. What do you suspect the reason is? There are things I am willing to share for the benefit of the public good, and there are things that I am not. For further analysis and hopefully new discoveries, it is critical that we share the information we have at hand, says the scientist. We'd better leave this topic behind, madam. By the way, I have told you about my latest book on Kingsport folklore. Yes. Well then, we are probably agreed on its cultural significance. You can always grab a copy from Honest Bill's pawn shop. You know, I made sure it was widely distributed. I bought it from a different shop because, no to Honest Bill. Is there anything you're not good at? Other than the vulgar athletic disciplines? Hey, I mean, I'm not very good at athletic disciplines unless they involve a sword, but hey, that's... I don't like you. Anyway, no, I don't believe so. I have always maintained that with a healthy brain you can achieve anything. Try push-ups. Remember these words, madam. Invest in your brain. Oh, I gotta play the pardon. I'll keep that in mind. Now, what were we talking about? We weren't. Goodbye. So soon? Alright. Leave, madam. Your choice. You're no different, of course. Let's wait for him to continue. Can't you recognize a person of natural quality? Do I have to tell you that out of all these people, all these clueless and literate, I, Stanley Fredkin, have possibly discovered an escape from this hellhole? I was chosen. What are you talking about? Nothing. Nothing at all. Damn this vile whiskey of yours, Marino. I had better take my leave. Yeah, you better, Okay. Can we go upstairs now? No. Talk to him and he'll let us upstairs now? Yes! 40 cigarettes? Okay. We're paying him. What the... Oh, that is my person. Okay. Now, somewhere in here, there is apparently some there we go, floorboard. Get out of the way, please. Cornelius's pocket watch. Prize marked. Yay, we get it. I mean, I did just pay 40 cigarettes for this. I am actually getting this. Oh, I leveled up. It's nice. I'm actually going to take the level up before I rest, because that might help me with sleep, eventually. Hey. Should I invest in? I think I should get both of those for free. Get that one. Oh no, but I can always upgrade that later. Let's get both of those for free. Don't care about criticals. Okay, I have a penalty to break, if I recall correctly, so let's do the maximum sanity. Free panic with this Huggler might be useful, like given the cigarettes. An artifact is equipped, critical count value is next one. +2 to scientific research, yeah, we're gonna get +2 to scientific research, because I think I got +2 medical research last time. And I really equipped First, this guy is going to grab that. I wonder when you get up after you alright, let's have a look at these things. Okay, so replace the previous perk, increase the melee attack and melee damage, minimum and maximum damage, and lowers maximum standard by 2. That's the same, but for spells, which I haven't worked out how to do. Hollow touch, outsider's shreds. Outsider's shreds. Also inflict 10 damage, carrying one chance to make AE. I mean, that sounds good, but what exactly are outsider's shreds? I don't know. Aura of repulsion, outsider is less likely to be engaged by enemies. Look, that sounds really nice and all, but I can't afford him not to be the primary target, because he's essentially my front line. I need him to actually take me. So, spellcraft. Because I'd love to do some spell stuff. I'd love to do the Hollow Touch thing if I knew what it was. The only one of these that I think I actually can reliably use or know how to use is Wrath of Isolation, which is just punch them. Alright, and now for this young lady, who... I forgot that she had high firearms. Okay. Regardless, I did give her a gun. Some bit of physical defense, and something signified the pistol shot at her for high damage, which is their reaction. That's pretty good, actually. Give her a gun first, so that will work. Yeah, I am now utterly useless in combat, but that is fine because I always oh wait, that's... Oh, that must be my mercenary's ammo. Yeah, him. So that's running low. Alright. Oh wait, I haven't rested yet. So let's do that rest of the day. So... find out. Okay, so I've learned how to make some bandages. I learned how to make a rigging electric sensor. And, you know, she's just chill. Look, this game is actually going quite well at the moment. Now, let's make some minor adjustments to how I'm sitting. You should actually hear me better going forwards, I think. Yeah, that's much more comfortable and functional compared to how things were a moment ago. I don't know where the Indian fellow is. I truly do not. I don't remember him being over here either. I checked over here out. That doesn't sound familiar. A rustic-looking fellow approached you with a note in his hand. He pushed a small folded paper into your hand. What is witness this, he walks away without a word. Okay, here's something to say. Good to know. Is he a servant carrying the word of his lord? I don't know, I haven't read his letter yet. You could say that. Out. Meet me in my house at number 39 Main Street. Okay? Duly noted. Let's just check in with this gentleman, see if he happens to have any... I need your expertise on something. Open the cipher screen. I have nothing to decipher. We can't try and decipher that form account. Get that Cornelius and someone to him. Yeah, quest giver. Lost, witnessed some horror. Well, that's a shame. That was tainted meat. We all need some tainted meat. Buddy, I found your watch. Cornelius lies bleeding on the cold besmirched ground as waves of agony convulse his body. Riddled spitiously? Actually familiar with that word. Spitiously? I don't know. He perhaps would have given up his last breath but for your timely arrival. Gagged on his own blood, he can hardly talk. You've come. Thank the good Lord, but my time is up, I'm afraid. Listen to me. The watch is of no use to me anymore. I've lived for it. I am about to die for my convictions. Come to think of it, I don't regret it. I was tired of living like a rat anyway. You can keep the watch, but promise me this. You're going to use it for something you believe in. Sure, I will use this watch because I believe in the time. Very well, I'll do what I can. That's good to them. Bear and witness to the brutal stabbing of Cornelius has planted in you a concrete idea about the consequences that await those who get marked by Arkham. You delete. I don't know where that Indian fellow is. I really don't. I don't recall that being a thing. Probably just missed it. Hey, a ship. I'm wondering if that was it. I'm not seeing anything else. Let me just try that. Maybe I need a lantern. He did just say go in and go out, didn't he? I think maybe I can do. Maybe I can try and return that piece of information. I don't know. This game is a bit weird on how it does that information, but I mean, it's not that weird. It is perfectly like, this is an entire genre of game that is and was like this. So, you know, this is pretty standard, but yeah, I constantly feel like I'm missing something. Looking at Peter's visit, I have a shot of morphine. I do not have a shot of morphine, and I do not have anything I want. So we are leaving now. Leaving! Oh, right. So I should remind everybody that there is a survey. If you could fill it out, that would be fantastic. Tell me what you think of this game. Do you think it is Lovecraftian or not? Right now, I just need as many people to fill out the survey as possible, because I need to make sure the survey is actually going to give me the information I'm after, which is mostly, can people do multiple games with one name, or is the survey somehow taking note that you have done it once before and going, oh hey, you can't do it a second time, which means I'd have to make a separate survey for each game. I don't want to do that. Bingo! Alright, let's see if I got him. Find a way in. I'm working on it. Okay, so either that wasn't where I needed to go, or I actually do need a lantern to go further. We are exiting the building. I started the game with a lantern. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe it got sort of lit up or something. Maybe I dropped it by mistake somehow. I don't seem to have a lantern. I need a lantern, and you do not have that. So, yeah, there's a thing in certain games where you can essentially be locked out of future gameplay. And one of those is a sort of money break scenario. If there is no way for you to collect more money and you need money to progress. I don't know if this game is... I can't afford a lantern. 186 for a lantern, and I have 26. And it is slow going to get cigarettes. Now I can sell stuff. I absolutely can sell stuff. I've got plenty of stuff that I can sell. And am I being a bit of a hoarder right now? Yes, but I am being a hoarder because I have no idea what on this list I am going to need, what I might need, and that's, I don't mind this, right? Like, if a game doesn't mark things in this is really rare, this is a quest item. Like, it's not marking things in that sort of way. It is giving me you cannot sell these things to this person. But, you know, silver pocket watch, silver necklace. I don't know if silver is going to be important, but like Cornelius' pocket watch. Is that a quest item? Probably. That sounded like it was going to be important based on, you know, his dying wish. I could sell it for 100 credits. Sorry, for 106. Which, sure, I could do that. I could definitely do that. But I don't have a good way of differentiating visually, aside from my memory, what is important or not. And I could not tell you if any of these are secondary functions. So, surely alcohol, clean water, corn, and wheat are useful as ingredients. Camping, I obviously need camping. Silver, maybe there are werewolves in this game. Maybe they're also crafting ingredients that I'm going to need. Rations, obviously that's food. Deck of marked cards. I mean, hey, maybe that's something I can just freely sell. Or maybe I need that for a specific quest item. I needed the Copperhead whiskey specifically. I may never need it again. But, you know, I just don't know. So, it's a risk to try and sell things. So, I don't want to have to sell things. If I don't have to. So, I am definitely playing it cautious. Although now that I know where to get lanterns from and how much they cost, those are expensive lanterns. In the meantime, let's have a look at my journal. So, investigate the statuette. I found nowhere to do with that, and the game has said the exact same thing. It literally says there. I still don't know what to do with it. Cryptic poem. Needs to decipher it somehow. Sounds like I don't actually ever decipher this. It sounds like it'll just be revealed by gameplay. Find the identity of the stabber. Learn more about the history. Kingsport, the legend is true. I mean, I read the book. Why is, like... I read the book and I got XP from the book. Is that not what I needed there? Obtain full knowledge of this case before going further. Which the last thing is get into room 303. And yeah, that is... I'm not sure how I can do that. I mean, I can save it just before going in and try that fight again and again. I mean, I am better equipped now that I've given the girl the gun. In theory, I can do a lot better. But I'm not convinced that I can win that fight. And that seems to be the only effective way forward. So, I could go and check out what Stan Fredkin has to say. But that's either a dead-end side quest, so I go, do that, it ends, so there's no way out of the city, but, you know, some horrible thing has happened, or some item is gained, or that is genuinely progressing the main storyline, which I doubt it, but if it is, then I'd be abandoning this part of the storyline, which clearly this is a big thing. Most everything else, well, actually that one has. Yeah, no, this is the biggest thing I've really had so far. Cries of the Mark. Use the pocket watching to haggle for something of interest to you. Okay. So he definitely wants me to use that for reason. Sure, I'll do that. I will haggle it off, but I'm not going to do it at the moment. Partly because it wouldn't help. I need 160 more cigarettes, and that will only give me 100. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to save the game. Now, we are going to go inside, and we are going to try that fight again. See if we can win this time with marginally superior tactics. Enter combat. I love how we enter combat by all of us going into the room. Like, I just knocked on your door, but no, instead we had to come inside for this fight. Okay, let's see. You can take a step forward, you know. My guy. I should have actually had her take more steps forward, shouldn't I? Yes. Because we're going to get ambushed later. Really? Come on, dude. Yay, rear attack. You are going to defend. And I guess you are going to go all the way down here. Ow! Woo! Dodged it, technically. Let's have her go up here and loot his captain. Ooh, I wonder if... No, if I recall correctly, if I retreat on those squares, I exit the battle and I don't take anything with me. It's only if the squares appear during the fight I can use them to escape. Do you mind? How? Here's too many steps. Attack. Hey, can I just do that again? Hang on. No. He's gonna fake the play at least. In fact, he's gonna fake it. It's a bad place to put him, actually. That was stupid of me. Why did I do that? Okay. Well, he is gonna go there. Bam. Bam. I guess I'm gonna have him move up there. Check out there. There. We're gonna hide behind this chair. Shoot him! Shoot him again! As hard as quote-unquote combat is in this game, we go through a lot of bullets to kill one guy. Like, these people are supernaturally tough, which I feel is both appropriate and inappropriate, because there's no reason to believe that these people are actually supernatural. Or if there was, I feel like these normal humanish characters should comment on it as they commented on him. Yes. Oh, and now those guys. Nope. Oh, she's out of ammo. Oh wait, no, I should have reloaded. Ah, that's right, there's a reload button. you, man. Yeah, come down here and give him another punch. Excellent. Reload. There you go, bam! That worked quite nicely. Not sure why he took 3 points of horror. He is not somebody who really cares about the loss of sanity, I don't think. I noticed no squares have really appeared in the fight. Oh, maybe I should be looting her corpse. Makes a degree of sense. His corpse. Down. What? Is this just an endless stream of goons? I don't actually know. I can't loot his corpse. He has nothing to loot, I guess. Let's try running. Let's honestly try running. Why am I not able to run? Go. Three. Now she is too far away. Nope, I'm dead. Look, that seemed to be going okay until that moment where more people arrived. So I don't know if I can actually retreat from that battle. I mean, obviously I was, but if I retreated without finishing the battle or without those random squares appearing on the middle of the map, I don't think I get to keep what I find. And whatever I found in that drawer, I believe is important. That's probably the reason I need to come into this room in the first place. So on and so forth, is that information. But how are we doing this time? It is now 9 PM. So I've been playing this for what, hour and a half, something like that. I think I'll stop this stream here, so we know where I am. Might make a nice start for the next game. Like, you know, next time I play this game, either tomorrow night or some other night, you know, open with a fight scene. It's a great way to generate excitement and general engagement. But I think that'll be it for now. So, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. And I will... Ooh. I think I might play some Darkest Dungeon in a little bit. I'll take a short break, and then I'll come back and play some Darkest Dungeon. Or I might play some Cultist Simulator. We will see. Hopefully I will see you then. Have a lovely evening, day, or whatever time it is for you. Farewell.